First off, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to those apostles and elders from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways preaching this truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that you guys may be sealed soon. And with that, this your brother Dawab from the branch of GMS here in Chicago, coming right back at you with a little lesson. And as you see on my phone screen here, I got Fox 10 Phoenix News, and it says man accused of cutting bathroom line, killing victim who confronts him. So hey, just when you thought you hear it all, and when you look at it, the violence is just a more broader of how much violence is happening over pretty much bullshit, over pretty much nothing. When you look at the last few years, you've got a person who got killed over putting mayonnaise on a sandwich. A person got killed over cold French fries. A person who got killed over eating the last chicken wing. And so forth and so on. And now all of a sudden, now you got a man getting killed over because he buttoned somebody in line. And the love of many is just waxing cold, which I will get that, but it's just a simple fact to show you that the signs that we are in is total violence. So many uproars of the people just losing it, and it's just a matter of time before it just all spills over really, really bad, So with that, man, I'm gonna sit up here and let this play and get a few scriptures. But with that, I'd like to get the Copyright Act of 1976. I'm not using this for no monetarily gain or no financial gain, just using this for teaching purposes. So here we go.
Phoenix family is mourning the loss of a loved one tonight, killed in what they call a senseless act of violence.
This happened at the Quick Trip near 44th Street and McDowell Road. Fox 10's Taylor Wirtz joins us now with details. Taylor.
Yeah, Brian and Ashley, Phoenix police says that 52-year-old Danny Lynn Castard was murdered, shot and killed inside this Quick Trip on Friday morning. Now, Danny's family says he was inside the gas station waiting in line for the bathroom when 25-year-old DeAndre Franklin tried to cut the line. When Danny intervened, they say Franklin shot him. He was taken to the hospital but died soon after. Phoenix police arrested Franklin in connection to the murder yesterday. Danny's family says it's a senseless act of violence that took the life of someone who was always looking out for others, someone who did not deserve to die this way.
I'm going to stop it right there. We got everything we need. I just want to sit up here and hear a couple of things, and then I want to stop it at a point because there's something else I want to touch on. But before I touch on that, let me sit up here and get what I had quoted earlier. This is Matthew. This is Matthew chapter 24. I'm going to go straight to the point. It said, this is Matthew 24:12, and it says, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. What's iniquity? Sins. So much sinning in this world. So much fucking transgression of sins. It's abounding. Wickedness is just abounding to the fullest. And it says, because wickedness shall abound, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So now, since there's so much wickedness in the world, nobody cares. No matter if you bump into somebody, step on somebody's shoe, call somebody out a name, people are sensitive, soft, and they ready to shoot you at the drop of a dime. Ready to stab you at the drop of a dime. Ready to run you over with a car. Anything. Because the wickedness in this world is just outrageous. Off the chain. With that, let me sit up here and grab this. And the Lord's spirits out there, man. And that's one of the things we sit up here and talk about all the spirits of vengeance. Hey, these spirits out there, man. This is Ecclesiasticus. Ecclesiasticus 39. Salakia. This is Ecclesiastes 39 and 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of the destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hell and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. So hey, the Lord get that signal. Hey, them angels are ready. Them spirits of vengeance are ready to pounce. The moment that signal comes in, boom, they ready to pounce. And a lot of these people right now, hey, a lot of these people, man, are being used as spirits of vengeance, and then they're going to get destroyed, point blank period. It's just like Esau. Esau right now is a spirit of vengeance. The Lord is using him as a whipping stick, to punish you so-called Black, Latinos, and Native Americans. But once all that's said and done, he going to get his punishment for touching the apple of the Lord's eye. And that's the elect. Beginning with the 144,000, because 2/3 of our people right now are knuckleheads. And they're going to get destroyed. They'll come back right in the kingdom. But these spirits of vengeance out here, man, they out here. And they walking around, and they out here bad. Because every time you look up, there's a lot of people getting put to death. Many. And a lot of it is women and children. This is Ecclesiastes 39 and 30. It says, teeth of the wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction. What's the sword? The modern day sword is the gun. They shall rejoice in his commandments. They shall be ready upon earth when need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. So, hey, when the Lord, got that number of yours, it's time to come up. Hey, them spirits of vengeance, they ain't transgressing his word. They are happy to do their job. These angels are in order. These spirits are in order. They do what is commanded and are happy to do it. And it's about to be a lot more too. And it's about to turn up real, real hard because, with these ICE agents and all this other shit that's happening in Minnesota or Minneapolis and then that's been happening in Chicago, Florida, you could just best believe that this stuff is going to ramp up even more. You got the madman in the White House. But hey, I want him to do his thing because the more he do what he doing, the better it gets. The closer we get to our time getting up out of here. Now, the woman made another point. She stood up here and said he's a man that's always been good and always law-abiding and never did anything to nobody. No. See, therein lies where people need to get off that high horse. This is Job 4 and 7. It says, remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? Whoever perished being innocent. Who was so righteous that they didn't get put to death? No one. Nobody's righteous. Every motherfucker has sinned. Everybody. No one's righteous. So when people sit up here and say, oh, he was a great, kind man. He never did anything to anybody. See, you don't understand the Lord. You don't understand reincarnation. You don't understand past lives. Judgment comes. And, you put on this earth, I see judgment under the sun. Roughly quoting a verse. And what's that judgment? Hey, for what you did in your past life. And since he's lived a pretty a long life, he was 52. Shit, what he did now? But hey, ain't nobody innocent. It says, Job 4 and 8, even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same. So hey, if you out here, and I'll read 9, by the blast of Yahweh they perish, and by the breath of his nostrils are they consumed. So here you go. So if you out here doing some wicked ass shit, hey, you gonna get fucked up. See, people sit up here and think just because you commit adultery and all this other stuff and everything else. No. If you out here committing adultery, you lying, you stealing, you eating abominations and all this other nonsense, hey, the Lord gonna fuck you up. Point blank, period. He said, do those things I hate. He said, do not those things I hate. Point blank, period. Let me sit up here and go to this scripture too. I've been thinking about Ecclesiastes 7, what is it, 20, 21? This is 7 and 20. It's Ecclesiastes 7 and 20. For there is not a just man upon earth that doeth good and sinneth not. Wow. There's not a just man on earth, upon earth, that doeth good and sinneth not. Everyone has sinned. Even the elect. The elect that's fucked up. And we got brothers who done did a lot of things. You know, I've did a lot of things when I was in the world. You know. And I'm praying that the Lord just have mercy on me. I'm praying I'm one of the elect. Point blank period, man. And we all done fucked up. We all deserve death. Point blank period. So when a person sit up here and say, oh, they was good, and she was 2 years old, she was innocent. No, no, no. See, you don't understand reincarnation. And the brothers out there on the highways and byways trying to tell you these things, you don't want to listen to it. Because it hurts your feelings. We don't give a damn about your feelings. Fuck your feelings. We're trying to give you the raw, uncut truth. And either you want to obey, either you want to hear or forbear. Point blank period. If you're part of the elect, you're going to hear. If you're part of the 2/3 persuasion, you're going to forbear. You're going to be destroyed. Point blank period. You know, so, but I just want to touch on that, man, because it's going to be some more wicked shit, and these deaths going to turn out. There's going to be some more crazy ass deaths happening, because people that sit up here and prove they'll kill you over anything. You know, they'll probably kill you over a thought. You know, so with that, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to those apostles and elders from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways preaching this truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that you guys may be sealed soon. And with that, I always say stay prayed up, brothers. Pray for each other, because we're almost up out of here. So with that, I'd like to say Kwam Yasharella and Abba Babal and Ayah Habdamalakim. Shalom.